Interchangeable as I await the crash, piecing stories together from abandoned plastic and rubble. America went off the gold standard long ago. We are measured against nothing in this voided abacus of viral consciousness. Oxygen passes through my cells at an alarming rate, inhaling strange air. We are one. B. Living on and off of transit, a home bum without the glamour, all day planning for the night, budgeting quarters and nickels, pennies as tinder, smoldering among the ember of my ambition. Chaos theory renders consequence nearly unidentifiable. Pollen, fading towards some secondary destination, his memory imprinted vague across the grasses and plains. See, her pulsing heart left unattended on a slab of granite. Ice melts across the tableau, some lost autopsy, mimicking hypocrisy we learned from picture shows and muffled arguments. My earnings spent on a tincture for rental of a bar stool or fat padded booth. Synthetic braggadocio over syncopated Africanism. Welcome to the club. D. Trinkets and amulets, articles of affection, half buried as time capsules, utopia in our unrealized wishes, whispered in dream conversation, energy converted into disappointment, furnaces of white heat fueled by the shrapnel of their splintering regression. How many moments we could take away, stepping backwards at another version of the collective past. E. I never meant our story to have an epilogue. Only a table of contents and the unabridged bibliography of our epic. An elegiac battle cry against the ever-oppressive mundane. I offer you my self-respect or discipline, which never seem to coincide. Evaluated reminiscence of kaleidoscope like DNA. When will you hold my gaze again and take my hand? Woo! So,
please.
I've been telling jokes, y'all. Want to hear some jokes? I'll take that as a baby.
Yeah!
Cool.
Solid, baby.
Solid.
Solid, baby.
Possibly.
Love it.
So I'm the oldest one in my family without kids. And I'm proud, you know. Like, I tried really hard. I put it in the wrong places and everything. This is called I Dreamt of a Train. Those days when death examines us face forward, memories gathered and lost piecemeal like tumbleweed, visions in pill bottles, throttled dreams from this generation of abandoned firecrackers. We live out our imagination for what it's worth and gather, collect, and burn more projects than they have amassed at the Louvre. I was a teen idol. I was a famous cock. I was a dread poet, a fantastic almost. I was a god. Truth be told, you probably were too. History, our pattern of accepted statements, tales of fairies for children, news, magazines, and tabloids, public secrets, government misinformation, and retold memories. I've been thinking about arson, replacing faith with fire. I no longer believe in anything. What is this world we love in? The false speaking of fallen idols to friendship. Drugged and diseased, we loot the centuries for material and knit ourselves a fabric of wisdom to keep warm. Perhaps we are too late. Maybe humans never stood a chance against ourselves. Who does a man turn to when he's lost himself? I'm not sure if this is fact or fiction. Living among dreams, my mother raised me within myths she couldn't fathom for herself. I used to fear death. Perhaps I'm free. They're good. I have a few words, a few thoughts, paragraphs I could have traded for some woman's body, consequence, and truth and lies. Not all wars are won, the miniskirt and thong, your man-child thug next door. Vagrant, itinerant cannabis farmer, muscle-bound thief, closet artist. Where have you been heading your entire life without knowing it? Idealism has long been known as a false notion. But what of ethics and empathy? How long will we live in this world and not leave an impact? Can we bear our own imprint? This life I found can be excruciating to precisely identify, except in retrospect. Hindsight lies as well, difficult to look forward and move back. At a certain point, very little was surprised. It's so pretty. I think it's so pretty. I'm gonna tell you some jokes over music. So I lived in Oakland for a while.
Yo, me too. I just moved back from Oakland.
Welcome back.
Lake Merritt.
Yo, I was on the other side, I was in West Oakland.
Oh, that's it, right on, dude. I love it. Town Park.
Yo, they found a human head in the recycling plant 2 blocks from my house in Oakland, which is messed up, because that's compostable.
That's not great.
I found champagne and orange juice clear much from off the tongue. I love my wife, who I sometimes fear lives in sexual servitude. Perhaps this is not uncommon. A common question might be, is this fiction or prose? A novel? A short? In short, what is it? No, I never consider myself a fetishist. My desire may seem unusual from your position. Certainly my choices have been, even from my own. I currently reside in a rather secluded area of Central California, not so much as it once was. Though infinitesimally I looked after my wife, I do not think I mean ever diminishingly, only imperceptibly, abandoning an unforgotten past, brutal as the murder I did not commit. I sit on a ranch somewhere putting words down out of order, and what of it? Over the last year, my life broke down like a block of sugar in the rain. I recall telling my wife I wanted to rip the skin from our world and strip it down to skeleton. This is what occurred. So my mother is legally blind, which is cool because I hate to see her get arrested for being blind. How come there's so many German shepherds and so few Jew shepherds? Like, I think we can all agree, like, Hitler did a bad thing, but, like, let's be real, it's better that he stopped painting those awful paintings. It's weird growing up black in America. Like, we never get invited to auctions anymore. The Negro stands for something lost, taunting the dragon, never satisfied. How many thousand picketers are marching, anarchists organized? We left the city of murderers and thieves, wandered through a desert of human desolation. It is I, prodigal oracle, fallen spirit, the lovers and dreamers unwa. Civilization was a massacre. Civilization was a massacre. Civilization, a temple to the betrayal of ourselves. What could we have been if we had sought beyond? I like telling jokes. You want to hear one my wife wrote for me? So I'm a difficult person. You can't tell. I'm hard to get along with. Like, I feel like my wife needs some rest. She needs some space to herself. So I'm fucking other people now. Alright, this was a commission. Somebody asked me to write a poem for his brother, and this is what I wrote. One mother's worry can pause the world for the night. Something in the rain reminded me I was alive as I sat sobbing in a crowded Starbucks. Soul and sadness over elevator radio like yesterday. Sitting in our passenger seat, feeling my spirit climb beyond the confines of my body. The physics of laughter had escaped me, and I was tired. I've heard and seen of dead and dying art forms in my arms, living to revive them for the legends that I loved. I am told how to plan better and budget more. You are not the only wounded sparrow in this broken nest. A quiet breeze becomes like angel's breath. My dog Hope followed me outside a bar to wonder how I may be living wrong. She made me promise, as she planned out the itinerary of her getaway, not to abandon our future with a capital. Living is a grand responsibility. For anyone I've failed, I am truly and entirely in your thrall. Those early hours, we fade like noises off of an explosion. We rise. I've been living for 5 a.m., evaporating like friendship in a fog of cast-off habits and practices, surrounded by primates, cognating, a strained opportunity for self-knowledge. Humans can be cruel, unlike, say, sunlight off a lake. Nobody knows where we end up, only that an end may simply be the beginning in disguise. You guys, today I wrote the foulest jokes I've ever written. I don't know if y'all are ready.
Get it! Get him!
No, he doesn't think you're ready.
Bro, get him.
Alright, I'll just tell you one. I'll tell you one. What's the cheapest form of abortion? Suicide. I apologize, I warned you. Why the stars always shooting up? Why that net worth got niggas caught? We want more, when is it enough? All four elements lost and ignored. They still be selling it up in the stores. It was all a scam. I used to fucking pay to slam. Oh! Traveling across the land. God damn, and it's always strange. The poets used to pay to spange. Motherfuckers the bomb like an 80s train. Yo. Rhyme went broken if you open your eyes. I see my favorite show. I am possibly a citizen of Trinidad, and so it's time to speak with my father. Perhaps I'm going places. Wife, meet family. She left. I told my parents I was ready for babies. They asked, what are you trying to tell me? Saw blind Kobe walking streets, tossed the dice, spoke a spell of chaos. I was broke a minute ago, now I'm high. Second ago I was full, now I'm hungry. Life's not a bitch, life is a beautiful woman. You only call her a bitch cause she won't let you get that pussy. And all I ever wanted was to pick apart the day, pack the pieces back together my way. Say my name, rockin' the well, what's my name? Grandmaster Mumbles, talk to daddy. What you need, baby? What you need? What you need, baby? What you need? Tell me what you need, baby. How you doing? X wrote about this pimp who would befriend a woman, rob her, take her in, and put her on the street once she owed him. Don't ask how hard that makes my dick. Don't ask what I'm not proud of. Who put the pulp in fiction? What kind of porn do you like? The wrong kind. When I say bad girls, I don't mean puffy lipstick. Some women like it with their face in the dirt. The suspect solves problems like a hitman and wears a dress as if she wishes to escape. Put your dick away. What is this? Who the fuck was cleaning the refrigerator? Oh, this smells like semen. And someone said, yeah, you would know. What revs your engine? Puts wind in your sails. Open for business. Do you know how many mother-loving people have been fucked at work? I considered anthropology, psychology, sociology to do a study. Turns out you don't need everyone who's kinky. What turns you on? Put your pencils down. It doesn't take much. Tell me your favorite thing. Does it have to be a thing? Tell me about a sex worker who caught love in Toronto. Tell me a story. It's all a scam. I used to fucking pay to slam. Now my fam be traveling across the land. God damn, and it's always strange. The poets used to play the Spain, a motherfucker the bomb. Theory of wander, fuck where you end up, walk until you hit a memory, slice till you find an artery, shoot till you lose consciousness, fuck until morning. Hold hands and alternate, deciding where to turn. Close both eyes to see where you land. Gaze inside your opponent like a partner. Put a hand in your chest. Time for a bold prediction. Go somewhere. Yo, I'm trying to spit this verse out as fast as crowds I drew like Barrymore. Crowds I drew like Barrymore, breaking barriers. Niggas thinking they scarier, barely worth, imitating imaginations through the sensual. Journey to the center of half a century, tear the world, terror alert, they failing ya, daily error, sharing the word, rearing up, send them off, motherfuckers gripping their balls, and they call, I told them well, they forgot character, all the hell, till I can't hardly care no more, no half measures, lounge in the back, judging the bound and I laugh, never around in the cap, melting it down in the lab, another round for the underground, left on the running now, money grubbing, thunder asunder until the thunder sound, fuck them chow, they dog me, kill any crowd within reason, they prefer that nonsense, hunting is still in season, skilling dreaming as I'm putting in work, considered a million heathens as my children first. Tilling the earth like a farmer, mining ore, the trauma. They're making dioramas and drama, banish them off and I vanish like I'm a goner. You guys, I can't get a job looking the way I do, and like I really want to. But I try